Most of the graduates we meet broadly get it right in terms of how they visually present themselves at interview, but that still leaves a lot who misstep in this area. The classic mistake to make is to think that it's all about looking good. Well, yes and no, because what's good for one interview may not be good for another. For example, we've had plenty of candidates who look good wearing their cutting-edge fashion, but it's entirely unsuitable for the job they've applied for. Another mistake is to try and convey your personality through what you're wearing and accessorising. Again, we've been on the wrong end of this many times, with the shiny leather briefcase being something that particularly sticks in my mind. It can often seem like a long list of what you should and shouldn't be wearing, but getting it right for an interview is actually a lot easier than you may think. You see, it's all about matching. More specifically, it's about matching what you're wearing with what is expected within the industry you're applying to work within. To illustrate, we work with some of the highest performing headhunting firms in the city. So for us, it's a lot easier to picture you working for these firms if you dress like the people who work there. 10 minutes facing south on London Bridge at 8 AM any weekday will give you 1,000 examples of how to do it right. This is why it's always a surprise if someone turns up for interview with us in a brown suit or without socks. It's not that we're insulted by their fashion sense, it's that they are a long way from what is expected in the environment they are applying to join. Conversely, if you are applying to a funky media firm based in the coolest part of East London, then I would strongly advise that you do not dress city. The likely result of doing so could be that you would be laughed out of your interview. As I said, it's all about matching, and you can get a good idea of a company's dress sense by looking at their internet page, media more generally, or asking your recruiter or anyone else in the know. Deciding how to visually present yourself becomes much easier when you approach it from a perspective of matching, and if you stick to this one basic rule, you shouldn't go too far wrong. This will then leave you to impress based on what you say and who you really are, the way we all ultimately want to be judged.